relevance in the new majority leader Oba Mahama Ayariga any Afenyo Markin a clash our parliament the vetting committee hope no baby say adentia no video no maybe mamu. But let me give you the background. Afenyo Markin was trying to disrupt the vetting of MP for Kwame Abuja and Honorable Mahama Ayariga and so Bemu and it turned into something else. And without wasting my time, I
need to reiterate on behalf of the minority caucus that we are pleased that upon raising constitutional objections done this time around, Mr. President himself has signed the letter, which letter is dated the 16th of January 2025, signed by himself with his full name. However, we are concerned about some other matters contained in the letter, one of which is the fact that this letter has been copied to the Secretary to Cabinet Office, Jubilee House, Accra. In view of Article 76, 77 of the Constitution, which I hereby, with your leave, proceed to read. 76(1), quote, "There shall be a cabinet which shall consist of the President, the Vice President, and not less than 10 and not more than 90 ministers of state." 76(2) shall assist the 76(3), "There shall be a secretary to the cabinet who shall be appointed by the President." Mr. Chairman, in our view as minority, there must first be a cabinet. Here we are. We've only considered 3 nominees. The second batch of has appointed to his office, team with government. Chairman, our second observation that has to do with a matter of national importance. And this matter is rooted in the case of Theophilus Donko versus the Attorney General.
Mr. Chairman.
This 2019.
Point of order. Point of order.
It was a matter that my respected colleague Godwin Eduji Tamaklu did at the Supreme Court. The background to this matter.
Mr. Point of order.
The background to this matter,
Mr. Chairman. Point of order.
It's as a result of
point of order.
Some revocation of appointments, heading chief executives who were appointed by the government, and for that matter, they were under Article 191 and 195, ought not to be sacked by mere operation of a change of government. This is what
Chairman, I have a point of order.
The court
I have a point of order.
Said. Okay, sure. All right. Chairman, if you want to
I recognize Honorable Ayariga on a point of order.
Mr. Chairman, the standing orders of the Republic of Ghana makes provision for the establishment of committees, subcommittees, ad hoc committees, and etc. And then it provides for the scope of deliberation of committees. Scope of deliberation of committees. Everybody open your standing orders, look at order 267. Everybody, please. I don't want us to sound like we're just being difficult. Open your standing orders. Let's read together. Order 267. 1 of 267 says that in the exercise of the oversight function of a committee, the committee may consider a matter within its mandate. A matter within its mandate. Number 1. Number 2, 2672 says that where the speaker refers a matter to a committee, the deliberations of that committee shall be confined to that matter. Shall be confined to that matter. The speaker has referred to us the nomination of Honorable Abuja for the post of Minister for Roads, and he is before us for vetting. Our mandate is to stick to the nomination, questioning him, and etc. What has that got to do with a case that Eduji has initiated? Are you getting the point? And that relates to the appointment of chief executives. Are we considering the nomination of chief executive before this committee? Are we processing any chief executive before this committee? So how does the issue of how chief executives are dismissed, how they are appointed, the proper subject of this committee's deliberation this morning? You see, we cannot, every morning that we come here, turn this platform into a press conference. We cannot do that. It cannot be tolerated. It cannot. When somebody consider the nomination of 3 nominees that are before us, let's stick to that. National issues, so what is not a national issue? Whether there's a toilet in my village, it's a national issue. Whether there's water flowing in my hometown, it's a national issue. Because everybody can decide what he defines as a national issue. But we're not saying that it is not even a national issue. We're saying that it is not a matter properly before us as a committee. And we are not mandated as a committee to consider it. Please, you are a senior lawyer. Read these standing orders. They are very clear.
Honorable members, a point of order has been raised. I am minded to take a response from my left side. So, Honorable Chief Whip.
Chairman, thank you for tolerating me. And I listened to our colleague, our senior colleague, Honorable Ayariga, when he copiously referenced the orders. And, Speaker, if you want to proceed on that tangent, if you are going by Order 217, I mean, in this strict sense, no, I'm referring to 217. If you are going by the strict interpretation of the orders, we don't even have our mandate to be vetting our honorable nominee. It's unfortunate this is happening whilst the nominee is here. Because 217, there is inherent subject matter committee. And these committees have not been constituted yet. So if you are doing a strict interpretation of the rules, then we are not even qualified to be here. Speaker, Chairman, what the leader said is wrong. The deputy, the leader, the minority leader is seeking to raise a national issue. And it will not lie in your mouth to gag him. Earlier on, would you listen to me? Mr. Chairman, earlier on he used the word that the leader he comes here every morning seeking to belittle and also use this as a platform to make all sort of commentaries. We think it's most unfair. He should be tolerant a bit. Speaker, the point I'm essentially making, would you listen to me? Would you listen to me?
Honorable members, order.
Chairman, so
let's go. Order.
Yes.
Let there be order. Honorable members.
Speaker, it is interesting he's going by a strict interpretation of the rules.
Well,
then let's
Honorable Chief Whip. Honorable Chief Whip, hold it.
But I'm not
honorable members.
I hope you come back to
yes,
me.
Honorable members, let me inform you that we have the presence of the Marshal here. I don't want the situation to get to that level, particularly the non-members of the committee. So let's observe some order.
Yeah, with respect, I'll just conclude on this matter. On the matter raised by our colleague, he should just be tolerant. And earlier on, they tried to preempt even words of place.
Well,
Speaker,
Honorable Chief, are you done?
I'm just concluding.
Okay.
So I'm saying that if we are going to go, mind you, we are masters of our own rules. If we are going to go by a strict interpretation of the orders, then let's refer to Order 217, Subject Matter Committee. No, it wasn't waived. It was not. So let's go by strict interpretation. Then this committee is not properly constituted. If we are going by a strict interpretation of the rules, look. So, Speaker, our colleague is incoming.
You are not even supposed to be in
Our
Parliament.
colleague is incoming. He has not come yet. He's incoming.
Challenged.
He should be tolerant and listen to the minority
Please
leader.
address the chair.
Mr. Chair, he's incoming. He hasn't come yet. He should tolerate the minority leader and listen to him. Allow the minority leader to raise all the relevant national issues.
Hold it.
Why?
Honorable Muntala.
Why?
Honorable Muntala Mohammed, I can hear you loud and clear. Wait for you to be given the floor.
Speaker, that will be all. That will be all.
Thank you very much. You see, honorable members, we all know, given the exigency of time, we rely on Order 3 to do certain things in the House. This morning, I have before me from the minority chief whip that Honorable Osei Nyako, Honorable Kofi Mafu are admitted as the subject matter committee members on roads and highways. Honorable members, let us not create the impression to the general public that we are not complying with Order 217. Order 217 has been complied with. Equally, I have the list of the members from the majority on the subject matter committee members. The impression is created in the general public that admitting these people, they are friends to the committee and they are not supposed to ask questions. Let us not give credence to that kind of misinterpretation. Subject matter committee members sitting here. I can move further on education. We have Honorable Dr. Educhum and Honorable Yo as the subject matter committee members. Now, on a Greek, we have Honorable Brian Achampong and Honorable Dr. Isaac Yao Opoku. So clearly, we have the respective subject matter committee by the list that I have. So I find it very difficult to take the point that we do not have the subject matter committee members here. So
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Chairman,
you don't have the floor, Honorable Brian Achampong. So on this note, what I intend doing is that if there is a point of order, I will give room for a response to the point of order. I do not expect a point of order being taken to the response or the clarification that I am making. So in my humble view, you are out of order. I want to give the floor to the minority leader to proceed, taking a cue from the objection raised.
Mr. Chairman,
He has not responded. So he should be given the opportunity to respond, so that if there is a need to give a ruling, I'll proceed to give the ruling accordingly.
Thank you, Chairman. In responding to the objection by my respected colleague, Honorable Mahama Ayariga, I shall first lay the foundation of the issue I was raising, and I shall catapult him into giving him a reasoned response, which response I believe, Mr. Chair, will lead to you dismissing his objection. Mr. Chair, the Supreme Court, speaking through His Lordship Cote,
Honorable Minority
Chairman.
Leader, Honorable Minority Leader, the entire House is expecting me to give a ruling on the point of order raised, having listened to both sides. So if you want something to add to the point of order being raised, you are entitled to do so. Else, let me deliver a ruling on the issue.
Chairman, with respect, against me. Cote, against me. Cote, paragraph 3.7, all the way to paragraph 4. I read, the Republic of Ghana is the sole majority or significant shareholder in a number of companies. These include GCB Limited.
Honorable Minority Leader, the point of order for consideration is that Order 267 is clear. When a matter is referred to a committee, the committee must confine itself to the matter before the committee. The issue that you are raising relating to a Supreme Court judgment, doesn't relate to the matter referred to the committee. So what the committee will have to consider is whether or not, having regard to the nominee before us, the issue that you are raising relates to that subject matter. Because the referrer is for us to vet the nominee. The issue you are raising has to do with the appointment of chief executives. So if you want to respond, honorable members, order. Honorable members, order. Honorable members, can you listen to the chair in silence? So your response
Speaker,
to the point of order should
Chairman,
take
you need
into
to allow the
consideration.
leader to speak.
Should take into consideration.
Chairman, you need
the
to
point
allow
of
the leader
order
to speak.
being
I mean,
raised.
it's total disagreement with you. Chairman, no. I'm not disrespecting him. I will not disrespect him. Allow the man to make his point.
Let him raise his
At least,
issue.
let him
It shouldn't
speak.
take 10 minutes.
Let him speak. Abba.
Honorable Another.
We were here, we observed.
You were not recognized
No,
by the
I
chair.
am not a first timer on this committee.
You were not
We
recognized by
observed what you did.
Honorable.
We observe what you did.
You were not-
We observe what Honorable Atufosi
Honorable
did.
Another.
The man wants to make his point.
You
These are
keep
introductory
making this
remarks.
point about
These are
tolerance.
just
You keep
introductory remarks.
making
You
this
can't tolerate
point
it.
about
You can't
tolerance.
take it.
This
Introductory
behavior
remarks, you
is
can't
not
take
being
it.
tolerant. You are not respecting the chair.
Kofi, have you been
Respect
recognized?
the chair.
Kofi, have you been recognized, Kofi?
Yes,
You know it. You know I respect the
you
chair.
have not been recognized and you are equally interfering. It's not right.
Honorable members, as the chair of the committee, a point of order has been raised within the meaning of our own standing orders. I'm therefore calling for a response in line with the point being raised.
At paragraph 3.7, quote, the Republic of Ghana is the sole majority
Chairman,
or
have you ruled on the
significant
matter?
shareholder
Have you ruled on the matter?
in a number of companies.
Have you ruled?
Honourable
These
members,
include Ghana Airport Limited.
honourable members, it appears the ranking member is not taking the guidance provided. The guidance is to the effect that a point of order has been raised to a specific issue supported by our own standing orders. I am not aware of these particular standing orders being waived. I am looking for a response to the point of order. But if he insists on going on without responding specifically to that particular issue, honourable members, this is my ruling.
Chairman.
Chairman, you can't.
Honourable Chairman.
Can we have comments to make
Honourable Chairman.
You can't.
Honourable Chairman. No, Honourable Chairman. Honourable Chairman, with the greatest respect, I am as human as you are. The honourable member who raised the objection against me, as we are told, is going to be our new leader. He and I are going to work together. He knows, as a matter of fact.
Nobody has communicated that to you that is going to.
Very well, then I'll withdraw that.
Yes, withdraw.
That's okay, that's all right, no problem. With the greatest, that's okay, that's okay. That's all right, that's all right. No problem. Chairman, I was giving my opening remarks. He's raised an objection to an aspect of the submission contained in my opening remarks. I am responding to him. My response to his objection is as of right. The chair must listen in silence to my response and thereafter make a ruling. Indeed, in silence. The chair must listen to my response. Mr. Chair, there's something that is very clear. When Honorable Ayariga had the opportunity, we all went quiet. My side, not a son opened his mouth because we felt he was raising a point that will require us to respond. We kept quiet. It is our turn to speak. We should be allowed to make our point. I'm responding to his point of order, and I've said I shall rely on a Supreme Court ruling to lay the foundation and use that to catapult the actual response. And so I should be allowed. And I have quoted the law, and I'm relying on the paragraph. Let me finish reading. When I finish, yes, don't worry. Don't worry. So let me finish. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chair, I need to finish. I need to finish. So the Republic of Ghana is the sole majority or significant shareholder in a number of companies. These include the Ghana Airport Company Limited, GCB Bank Limited, Goyle Limited, State Housing Company Limited, and National Investment Bank Limited. These are not statutory boards or corporations. They are limited liability companies incorporated under the Companies Act. Some are listed on the stock exchange. Upon purposive interpretation,
I recognize
of
Honorable
Section 14
Amaboa
of Act
on a
44.
point of order.
Oh, when I'm responding to a point of order, Chairman, wait. Chairman, you are Chairman. Chairman, you are.
The reason I raised this point of order, I take
am
you to order
responding to-
267 of our standing orders. The deliberations this morning must be centered around our mandate. And our mandate this morning is to vet the Minister for Roads and Highways nominee, and all questions that is coming from the minority or the ranking member must be related to roads, relevant to roads and highways. And so, Chairman, I'm calling on you to rule respectfully, rule the ranking member that is completely out of order.
Well, I believe the issue being raised by the Deputy Majority Leader is on point of relevance. I would urge the ranking member to take it into consideration in his response.
Thank you very much, Chairman. I continue. Some are listed on the Ghana Stock Exchange. Upon purposive interpretation of Section 14 of Act 845, we hold that members of the governing boards of these companies and chief executives are not affected by Section 14 of Act 845. Members of the boards and chief executives of such companies shall only be removed in accordance with the articles of incorporation of the company and the Companies Act 1963. Section 14 and
Majority Leader, are you on point of order?
Governing bodies.
Or point of information, or you want to interrupt? On point of order. Very well. Your interruption is less accommodating.
Okay, no problem.
Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, we have traveled this road before. This will not be the first time we will vet a nominee. This will not be the end. And Mr. Chairman, at all times, we are guided by our standing orders. Our standing orders on this matter is so clear. Mr. Chairman, the orders of this House is clear that any time a committee, a matter has been referred to a committee, the committee must concentrate and deal with the matter before the committee. The minority leader is bringing in matters that relate to appointment and dismissal of chief executives. It has nothing to do with the matter before us. Mr. Chairman, this cannot be tolerated. This cannot be tolerated. The majority leader, the minority leader can at all times address the media or use other tools available to him as the minority leader to address his concerns. But he cannot use this platform to address matters that are irrelevant to what is before us. What he's talking about, Mr. Chairman, is irrelevant to the matter before us. And so we cannot entertain it. Mr. Chairman, I urge you to rule him completely out of order. He is out of order. Please rule him out and let's deal with the matter before us.
Chairman, I reply.
Rule him out because what the matter before us has nothing to do with what he's asking, what he's reading. There are other tools he can use. Parliament will be sitting tomorrow. He can come in a form of a statement or whatever he wants to do. But as we sit here, we are here to vet the minister responsible for roads. The minister responsible for roads. Let's deal with the matter. The man has been sitting here for how long? For 1 hour, dealing with preliminary issues. This is not the platform, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, be strong and do your job.
Mr. Chairman.
Honorable members, I will recognize you. Honorable members, Honorable Brian Achampong, with all due respect, you are not a subject matter committee member for the appointment committee in relation to roads and highways. Therefore, you do not have the right and you cannot be given the platform to speak. I am told by the list provided by the whip to the effect that you should be recognized as a subject matter committee member for Agric. And I'm certainly going to give you the floor when you get to the vetting of Agric. The composition of the appointment committee is by Standing Order 217. It is clear that the committee is made up of 11 members, and the committee should be assisted by leadership of the subject matter committee. So once the minister designate before us is for roads and highways, the list submitted to me by the minority side to be the subject matter committee leadership members is what I am going to go by. That is why I have not given the floor to Muntala Mohammed to speak. Thank you very much. So all the other members should take notes accordingly. Honorable Deputy Minority Leader.
All right, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm very happy that our honorable leader, the outgoing leader of the majority side, mentioned the fact that the issues that are being raised relates to appointment of chief executives and everything. Our committee's name is Appointment Committee. If there are issues, no, let me tell you, it's not just whether ministers or not. What I believe that we need to be tolerant with each other. Let people, it's a preliminary issues that he's raising, and he should be given the chance. If there are some flaws in appointment, I think that one we should listen to. You cannot rule him out.
I recognize Honorable Roxanne Nelson.
Chairman, thank you very much. Chairman, first of all, there's no rule of this House that demands that the ranking member to the appointment committee must necessarily and willingly deliver an opening remark. It is not binding at all times. So if the invitation is a courtesy, if he continues to abuse the courtesy, it has to be withdrawn. And he's aggressively abusing this courtesy in a very prolonged manner. So I suggest that that courtesy be withdrawn. So we deal with the matter at hand. If he gets his turn to ask questions, he could frame the issues he's raising in the form of a question directed at the nominee. If the nominee is minded, he will respond. If it's not, he may not answer. Look, in Boefio versus NTHC, where a procedure is provided for a thing to be done, it is that procedure that must be applied. He's using the wrong forum to deal with a matter that he thinks strongly about. He should go to court. This is not the forum convenience. With all due respect, Mr. Chairman.
Honor. Okay. Let me hear from the ranking member on roads and highways.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, well, this is my first time joining the committee for the vetting of the nominee. I don't want to think and I don't want to believe that this is exactly what happens when the committee meets to vet. I believe all of us are members of parliament, and at a point in time we have to accommodate each other. I've seen the back and forth. We've been spending almost an hour going back and forth. I would suggest it's your ranking. He is deputizing you. Just give him, well, assist, whether yes, he is assisting, whether he's deputizing or assisting him. That is the ranking.
It's a very important.
He's a very important member of the committee. And I will plead with you, Mr. Chairman, if it is 5 minutes, 10 minutes, we have been raising point of order back and forth on this matter. Just give him 5 minutes to wrap up and let us move on. Other than that,
well, honorable members,
yes,
I have listened to all of you, and I'm inclined to say that it is trite learning. When a procedure is set down for a right to be exercised, it is that procedure alone that must be used in exercising the right. He mentioned the case of Boefio versus NTAC. I want to add the principles established in the case of Ashcam versus Karam. It is also true that when a matter is referred to the committee must limit itself to the referrer. The referrer to the appointment committee has nothing to do with the appointment of chief executives. I believe it is for a stated reason that the framers of the Constitution does not allow chief executives to be vetted by Parliament. It is for a stated reason that our standing orders do not allow vetting of the chief executives. So any issue relating to the appointment of chief executives, it is not a matter for consideration by the appointment committee. I would therefore urge upon the ranking member not to introduce any matter which is not within the ambit of the appointment committee. Let's limit ourselves to the referral by the Speaker of Parliament, and we can make progress. Any matter which is not within the ambit of the appointment committee is hereby ruled out of order.